Did you know? The Magic Invitational was created and run by Magic head designer Mark Rosewater. It was originally called the Duelist Invitational because the publisher of the Duelist magazine, an official publication by Wizards of the Coast, was interested in creating a promotional Magic event to sponsor. Mark Rosewater, who was editor-in-chief for the Duelist, proposed the idea of an all-star game, which was immediately approved. Designed to promote Magic as a game of fun and competition, 16 of the world's best players were invited to compete in a round-robin style tournament. After 15 rounds were finished, the two players with the best results would play each other one last time to determine the winner. Because budget was limited, Mark Rosewater made the grand prize an invitational card that granted the winner the opportunity to design their very own Magic card, with their likeness depicted in the art. The tournament ran from 1997 to 2007, with 11 invitational cards printed. Coincidentally, all 11 cards were creatures, even though several of the winner's original submissions did not have creature as its card type. The first Magic Invitational took place in Hong Kong and was held alongside the very first GP. The winner of this event was Magic Hall of Famer Ollie Rade. Even though Ollie Rade was the first player to win the Invitational, his card did not get printed until 5 years after his Invitational win. By that time, 3 other Invitational winners had already designed and printed their Invitational cards. So why did it take so long? According to a Magic Arcana article from 2002, Ollie Rade had no interest in making a serious card, and his first submission was called World of Bums that read, 1 red mana, enchant world. There was no rules text, and its only purpose was to destroy other Enchant World cards, due to the ruling that only allows 1 card with the Enchant World type in play for both players. During this time, Magic R&D had already discontinued Enchant World, so we tried another attempt. Ollie Rade's second submission was an interrupt spell called Crazy Counterspell. It would counter target spell and then return to the top of its owner's library to be drawn and cast again. Magic R&D found this card to be broken, and his design was rejected. From there, Magic R&D did not receive any further design submissions from him. After 3 invitational cards were printed, Ollie Rade finally came through with a design that would get approved. His initial concept was a 1/1 creature for 1 green that could make a creature untargetable by returning a forest to its owner's hand. The design was approved with some minor tweaks to fit Odyssey Block's graveyard theme. The end result was Sylvan Safekeeper printed in Judgment. With Shadow Mage Infiltrator printed in Odyssey, Sylvan Safekeeper would be the second invitational card printed in the block. The art shows Ollie Rade riding a spider, which was an homage to his winning deck that ran Giant Trapdoor Spider during Ice Age and Alliances constructed at Pro Tour Columbus in 1996. When Hall of Famer Darwin Castle won the second Magic Invitational, he immediately submitted his card design after his finals match. The card was named Avalanche Riders, and its mana cost was 3 generic and 1 red for a 2/1 that destroys target land when it comes into play. Magic R&D tweaked the card to have the creature be a 2/2 with Echo, a keyword mechanic of Urza's Saga block. After final design was handed off, Mark Rosewater, who was in charge of writing the art descriptions for Urza's Legacy, decided to add Darwin Castle's likeness. Since this would be the first invitational card printed, the idea of having the invitational winner's likeness in the art became tradition. The card Dark Confidant is commonly referred to as Bob because it is an invitational card designed by Magic Hall of Famer Bob Maher. This 2/1 human wizard for 1 and a black became one of the most powerful creatures the game has ever seen, and also has one of the most memorable flavor texts, Greatness at Any Cost, which alluded to Maher's nickname, the Great One. In 2011, Dark Confidant received a premium promo reprint in the classic card frame, and then another with different art in the very first Modern Masters set. This time, the artwork did not feature Bob Maher's likeness, but it wasn't the first invitational card to have this change. When Meddling Mage was reprinted in Alara Reborn, it no longer kept the original artwork featuring Chris Pikula. This was the first time an invitational card did not feature the likeness of its designer. The card Void Mage Prodigy, designed by 7-time Pro Tour champion Kai Bude, received its first reprint shortly after its initial release. The reason was due to the original artwork's unflattering imagery of the Magic Hall of Famer. This was remedied when Wizards of the Coast reprinted Void Mage Prodigy as a Magic Player Rewards promo that came with an alternate art that still featured Kaibude. Several years later, this alternate art of Void Mage Prodigy was reprinted as a time-shifted card in Time Spiral. Another extremely powerful creature, and the very last invitational card to be printed, is Snapcaster Mage from Innistrad. Designed by Tiago Chan, the original submission was a land called Denying Channel that produced 1 generic mana and had an activated ability that cost 2 generic and 2 blue mana. Discard Denying Channel, counter target spell. This was obviously too powerful, so Magic R&D asked Tiago Chan for another version. Instead, he came up with one of the best blue creatures ever printed. Besides introducing us to some of Magic's greatest creatures, Magic Invitational was also known for running a variety of unconventional formats. One of Mark Rosewater's intentions for the event was to reinforce that Magic is more than competition. So formats like Cube Draft, Build Your Own Standard, and Auction were played. This proved to be very successful as the players invited, who were mostly the best competitive players in the world, really enjoyed competing in the event. Even though the Magic Invitational ended in 2007, many other tournaments after it adopted some of its qualities. When the Magic Online Community Cup was instituted from 2009 to 2015, it borrowed ideas like voting players in and running unconventional formats. The Star City Games Invitational had its winner choose a creature token to be custom made with their likeness featured in the art. And the 2012 Players' Championship, which evolved into the World Championship, only invited 16 of the year's best players, the same number invited at every past Invitational. Thanks for watching Did You Know Magic? This is Brandon Crane, aka Booster Tutor, voicing this episode. If you want to learn more about me and my content, please check out my YouTube channel in the description below, or check out my podcast, Cumulative Upkeep. And don't forget to subscribe to watch more episodes of Did You Know Magic?